How did you feel when you saw Paul win the Golden Globe?
The Golden Globes. I didn't see it. I was asleep because I had to work on Monday. But when I woke up in the morning and I got a text, I was just so happy. I mean, I don't think I've ever been as happy about a friend winning something as I was about him winning the Golden Globe. It just made my day. Totally made my day.
Was he one of kind of the big draws for this film?
Texted him and said, "You rock star." Was he what?
Was he like one of the big draws for the film?
For me wanting to do it?
Yeah,
oh, you bet. I think the guy's a genius. I find him so appealing and attractive and just a phenomenal actor. And I knew the book, you see. So he's a very intelligent, funny, kind of irascible, romantic, crazy man, hard drinking, hard living, hard womanizing, and in an unexpected way. And I knew that the humour and the romance would all be in safe hands with Paul,
His character is kind of, Barney's quite difficult sometimes, at some point. So why do you think Miriam kind of, what does she
I think she admires the fact that he just tells the truth. He just says it like it is. He says what he thinks. He doesn't self-edit. Which I think everybody's doing all the time. He doesn't give a damn what anybody else thinks. So he meets her at his own wedding to another woman, completely inappropriate. He says, "Come to Rome with me. I want to run away with you. This never happens, but I've fallen in love with you." And she sort of thinks, who is this crazy guy? But on another level thinks, how few people would actually do that, He just sort of follows his whims. He follows his mood.
Yeah. You have to play over quite a long space of time as well, so I'm wondering, does kind of the makeup and changing your hair and stuff like that, does that kind of help you get into character and the mindset?
Definitely. We had full prosthetic makeup for this, which just built up over the course of the film, because I aged 30 years in it. I have children. Dustin Hoffman's real son, who's like 4 years younger than me in real life, plays my son, which is really weird, right? But by the time we came to shoot it, I didn't look any even close to him in age. They added pieces on my eyelids, on my cheeks, on my neck. I mean, it's really nice to take it off at the end of the day and feel really young again.
You've had, Dustin, you mentioned, is in this film. You've worked with kind of Johnny Depp, Bruce Willis, loads of like great actors, Anthony Hopkins as well. Is it kind of a great excuse doing these films to kind of watch them and soak it up, and kind of, does it help you as an actress, do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Dustin, I didn't really do any scenes with. I just had this sort of running commentary when Paul and I get married and we have to, come together and do a little kiss. We had Dustin's running commentary on whether we were kissing well, whether it was a good kiss, whether it was turning him on, all that kind of stuff. That coming from someone else, you just tell them to, shut up already. But because it's Dustin, he just gets the whole crew laugh. It's very funny. He's very funny.
And kind of like looking ahead a bit, looking back at your films recently, you've kind of juggled blockbusters and indie dramas like this. Where kind of is your inkling next? Where do you think you might go?
I'd really like to do another film in London. I've just done Johnny English with Rowan Atkinson, which was in London, but sort of fantasy and comedy, and I'd like to do something quite real in London. That would be my next thing that I'd like to do. Yeah.
Okay. Was Johnny English fun? I mean, was it a good chance?
Oh, it was great. It was great. I've watched Rowan Atkinson all my life. I think the guy's a genius. So seeing it up close, and the fact that he can make you laugh from 7 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock at night is it's a big achievement when it's a scene that you've watched over and over and over again. Yeah, it was great. And totally different from working with someone like Paul, who's also very funny but in a completely different way.
I read as well recently, I think did you do the voice or the audiobook for The Spy Who Loved Me?
I did, yeah.
You're the first girl Bond, basically, aren't you? Or
yes, I'm the first woman, absolutely, to give a voice to Bond. You're totally right. There's one. It's the only novel is actually narrated from a female point of view. That's why I did it. But you're right. That's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very different from. I think it's nothing to do with the film, is it? They're very separate entities.
Yeah. No. It's. I mean, you can see where Jaws comes from. The character. He's kind of based on the villain in there, but other than that, not really. Yeah, it's pretty different.
Okay.